All right, family, make sure you stick around on this video. I just want you to follow what I'm doing with my hands and my arms, and I'll be talking throughout the rest of the video. So right now I'm just warming up my wrists. My elbows are in by my side. I'm doing circles with closed fists, and then I can do the same with open hands. Yesterday, I did a video with TJ Janicki, opposite way. My takeaway from that was I should share with you all how I go about my warm-up. Let's do the same with arms straight. I do my best to get all my warm-ups done in 5-minute bouts. And this way I can start building routines, open hands, that I like to stick with. They get simple because I'm doing them often. I get the hang of them a little bit more, so I start to build these routines that are just like clockwork. I don't have to think about it too much. And right here, all I'm gonna do is prep you through the wrist, through the elbow, into the shoulder, and then what my rehab looks like. Elbow close to my body, making a fist. You can do the same with the arm away from you. These are actually a lot of fun. You can get creative with them. I'll show you how in just a second. So now I'm going in the opposite direction. And if this is a little bit too complicated for you to put together, just think elbow flexion and extension, flexion, extension. I can do it in as many different planes as possible, especially if I'm not experiencing any pain. And if you are experiencing any pain, make sure you jump into yesterday's video where TJ talked a little bit about different ways to perceive pain, how to deal with it, how to manage it, and then how to get out of it over time. Maybe you can try both in one direction, same direction, opposite directions. I know it looks a little funny, but it's actually a lot of fun just to put together. Then I'm gonna get into the shoulders. Eldoa is something that I'll be talking a little bit more about in this channel. And really, it's just a nice way to elongate the spine by using the fascia around the limbs. And the key with Eldoa is just reaching. I'm not gonna get into it too much, but here I'm just alternating arms, reaching the heel of my hand as high as you can. You can't really see on the video here. You could do this from a bent knee position if you wanted to make it a little bit harder. So I'm just reaching through the heel of my hand with an active hand, both hands pulling down as hard as I can. I'm gonna do the same from side to side. All right, and you'll notice that I'm just doing a lot of these exercises for about 30 seconds max. If that day I feel good, I might do a little bit more. If it feels off, I might do a little bit less. Now we're gonna go side to side. This isn't too much of a shoulder exercise, but it is a nice isometric to just hold the hands out to the side and then move the spine just a little bit. That might have made you dizzy on the camera. Now we're gonna go one hand up, one hand down. The one that's on the bottom is internally rotated, which means I'm pulling my thumb in. On the top one, I can externally rotate a little bit. And then I'll just alternate. I'll go through whatever ranges of motion are available to me that day. So if my right shoulder's a little tight and I only go this far, cool, right? Going back to what we talked about yesterday. Do the same thing, but more like side to side. And again, don't let my imagination limit yours, my beliefs limit yours, right? So if you wanna get creative with this, you wanna make it a little bit more dynamic, you wanna do shoulder circles, whatever you have access to, ow, that hurt, then that's what you wanna be able to do more of. If you notice, hey, I'm playing with these different ranges of motion that I'm explaining on the video, and I don't have access to them. Well, hey, this is a good opportunity to use some of these movements as an assessment for yourself. If you're at home and you're like, oh no, I noticed that I get elbow pain when I do the circle. Well, how do we start addressing that and start improving that range of motion and start the healing process as well? My big takeaways from TJ's rehab protocol moving forward is going to be these behind the back reaches. The goal right now is to exaggerate how well I can go into internal rotation, extension of the shoulder, and how far I can reach this arm towards my head. And you notice I have a lot more range. I have pretty much equal range on both. That's something that I am currently working on. And in order to make it a little bit harder, I'm going to use gravity as my load here. If I were to go down to the ground, don't mind Butters, he's always here helping me. I'm gonna do my best to fight gravity here and try to put my arms behind my back and behind my head without touching myself, all right? And I'm gonna go for about 10 repetitions. I'm focusing on constantly reaching up. I go for about a set of 10. I could also do this with weight. I chose not to because I still feel like it's a safer progression for me to be able to play with this progression. And maybe next week or by the end of the week, I'll be doing the same exercise with weight. Second exercise is gonna be hanging and doing scapular pull-ups. These are actually getting a lot better for me. I can almost start doing them actually I could do them without any assistance, but again, in order to get the volume and the repetitions, and maybe I even do an extra set once this video is over, I want to manage load, I want to manage stress, and I want to make sure that I'm progressing every single day. The last exercise that was programmed for me is going to be that pull-up progression. So I'm going to use the bench. I'm actively pulling myself up with my hands. I would say maybe right now it's somewhere around a 30-70 pull, meaning 30% of my body weight is being pulled with my arms and about 70% is being pulled with my legs. And so I'll maybe go for a set of 10 here. And again, if I'm feeling good, then I'll go into it again. You notice I'm a little out of breath. It's only been 7 minutes. It was a good warm up, but I'm ready to do 2 more sets of this in maybe the next 8 minutes. And it took me 15 minutes of my day to run through a nice shoulder rehab protocol. I'm out of breath and everything. So what I want you to take away from this video, maybe a few exercises you liked from there. Start building your own routine. If you have questions about building your own routine, comment down below. Share this with a friend who might need it. And also use it as an assessment, right? If this hurt, okay, what does that mean? What is my body trying to tell me? How can I understand it better? Do I need to speak to a professional, a coach? Is it a chronic thing? Or is it just something like a strain for that day that I can work out just by going through some ranges of motion? And then lastly, just wanted to share my rehab protocol right now, where I'm at. I promise you I'm gonna be doing muscle ups again, so I can't wait to show you guys the process. The outcome that we're looking for is complete rehabilitation, where we'll be able to do pull-ups and muscle ups again in no time. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Stick around for more. And if you have anything that you want to cover, please let me know. I'm an open book here.